And we are back in the African Warriors Fighting Championship arena with some more Dambe action. Round 1, let's go. We have Dogon Manu Kwalambe facing off against Bahagon Auta, my man. Kwalambe in the green, my man in the red. Kwalambe, a very experienced African Warriors fighter. Make sure you check out his other bouts across African Warriors platforms. My man, my first time watching him fight, so I'm interested to see how he's able to make his mark in the arena. Kwalambe, as you can see, big, tall, very much deserves that name Dogon, which means big and tall in Hausa language, the language of Dambe. And you can see that. So both men just feeling out to start with. Nobody's thrown any punches yet. Both men just seem to be looking for the measure of their opponent, understanding their opponent, understanding what they're working with, what their style is, how they're planning to approach this fight. So always very interested when we have these moments where the fight starts quietly and it opens up. Kwalambe goes with a good shot. My man responds with his own shot back. So both men in this fight, swinging shots. Kwalambe goes forward. Knight just touches him on the chin. My man responds with his own. Kwalambe with that high guard, my man with a low guard, very aggressive stance. Kwalambe comes forward, lands a few shots, my man makes him pay in the clinch, throws his own punches back. Referee tells him not to hold the hand. So both men just circling each other. I think there's a level of respect you can see both men are offering their opponents. Kwalambe just touching, not entering the guard. Ooh, big shot there from my man, just misses. So we have a technical bout, as you can see. Both fighters are looking for the openings, not rushing anything. The action is very controlled. And that is the end of that first round. So here we have that shot that lands from my man, a great counter punch. Then here we have another shot from Kwalambe. My man just tries for an uppercut, doesn't quite land, but shows the uppercut well. Kwalambe lands a punch on the side of the face. My man makes him pay, lands a few punches in the clinch. Seems to do a bit of sneaky hand clinching. So this is a good fight. Both fighters seem quite evenly matched. Both fighters I think, approaching the fight with a level of respect for their opponents. And you can just see that reflected in the very controlled attacks from both fighters. Here we have Kwalambe in the corner now, just taking some lessons from his fellow fighter. Let's go, round 2. So we are back, both men back in the middle of the arena. As I said, approaching it with a level of patience, and then very much controlled aggression when they decide to engage. Just some feints, some back and forth moments, small moments. Who is going to? And they open up. Big shot there lands for Kwalambe. Big shot there for Kwalambe also. Another one. Oh, good counter punch there for my man. Good shot lands for Kwalambe. Kwalambe just throwing that punch like a piston. That straight backhand. Boom. Throwing it all the way down. If he hits you. Oh, and he lands another one just as I mentioned that. He's just really going for that punch. Throwing that punch very well. My man is also throwing the punch, but it just doesn't seem to be having that same effect. So both men just in the center of the arena, just throwing shots now, looking for those punches. My man connects with a nice punch. Just misses that second one. Kwalambe lands his next one. Both men are swinging shots. Big punches on both sides. I really like the approach that Kwalambe is taking. He's really just waiting for my man to open up, and then he just throws in that heavy punch. He knows that if he lands with that punch, he can stop this fight. And with that said, that is the end of the next round. So here we have a good shot landing for my man there. Nice long punch. There's a good counter punch from him also. There's a good shot from Kwalambe. As I mentioned, he just throws that punch like an absolute piston. Throws it straight down. There's a body shot attempt from my man. There's an overhand attempt from my man, just misses. there's another one. So again, I feel like, as I mentioned, we have quite a balanced fight in this fight. Both fighters have had moments of success. Nobody has really run away with the fight just yet, but I do like the showing from both fighters. And with that, we are back for our third and final round. So both fighters in the middle, center of the arena, talking to each other, it seems, egging each other on. I dare you, come on, let's go, I'm ready to fight, are you ready to fight? Sportsmanship, gamesmanship is so much of Dambe. Fighters taunt each other, say all sorts to each other, try and get a response out of the fight to get him to put himself out of position, open up the opportunity to knock him out. So as you can see, both fighters in this third round taking a more measured approach. So we have a man just... So Kwalambe comes forward with his own shot. When you're fighting Kwalambe, you really have something to worry about, because you know that if this man connects, he can knock you out. Straight up. You know it's there. If that strong right hand straight down the pipe hits you, you will go down. So as you can see, my man, I think, has done a very great job of not being knocked out ultimately. And he has thrown his own shots back. And with that, that is the end of that fight. So just in this final round, both fighters, taking it easy in that last round. Very balanced fight. Both fighters showing a level of respect for each other. They shake hands, they salute the crowd.